Welcome to I'm Screaming, a podcast for anyone who's ever felt like shamelessly screaming at the top of their lungs over a moment in pop culture.
Because sometimes pop culture can be scary and you just gotta let it out. Let's scream about it together.
Hello, Megan.
Hello, Giselle.
Happy snow day.
Yes, happy snow day. Happy Monday. Happy birthday, Harry Styles. Happy birthday, Stormy Webster.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
I was thinking, you know what? What a pleasure that someone as great as Harry Styles and Stormy Webster were born on the first day of Black History Month. On a month that should be longer.
A month, literally the shortest month. Should always be longer.
I mean, no one's shocked that's why.
Classic.
Truly classic. I mean, before we get into everything, I think, if you follow us on Instagram, which if you listen to this podcast, you probably do, you know that we joined TikTok last week.
We did. It was a momentous occasion. And I think we really crushed it right out of the gate.
Agreed.
I think the sky is the limit for us, or not the limit, or whatever limitless mean in that phrase.
Yes.
Me not being able to speak.
Not to stay being crazy.
I mean, genuinely. But yeah, I'm excited about what's to come on our TikTok. We're not just gonna slack on it now that we're finally
now that we're funny.
We are funny. We've always been funny.
I know. It's like we were saying yesterday. It's like, if you can't, the thing about TikTok is if you can't beat Gen Z, you just got to join them. And
yeah.
I mean, I think, not to get into a whole TikTok rant, but I think the thing that our generation has to our learning curve we have to conquer is Instagram was such an app that was born out of needing to be perfect. But I think the thing about TikTok is just posting shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I can't get with. I'm I must fucking do everything to make sure it's great if I'm ever going to post a TikTok. But in reality, I feel if I talk to myself all the time. So I feel I should set my fucking phone in front of myself and just talk,
Yeah.
Because I was Meg's always you're funny. And I'm am I funny?
You are funny.
Thanks,
it makes me laugh.
Yeah. So,
and I mean the perfection of our TikTok yesterday that we posted, the Moonlight Challenge, or whatever.
I literally have been singing that song all fucking day. Dancing in the moonlight. Also Jessie J, hope you're okay, girl.
She did it. She did the domino.
Oh, she's okay. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
good.
She's fine.
Checking in on Jessie J always.
Just the way that it was so perfect even in its flaws. AKA you absolutely yeeting to the floor.
Yeah, Meg's favorite word. And honestly, I looking back, it does not look like I actually fell. It looks like I fell on purpose in that video. But I swear to God, we were doing it and I was wearing socks and truly I just touched I left the carpet one step off the carpet, and of course being me, I truly just yeeted.
But no, it was so fun. And honestly, I have to give us props because we learned that choreography very quickly and we were on a time limit. So
because we had to get our nails done.
We did have to get our nails done.
Truly the running gag on this podcast, us truly being together every single weekend, both days, and not recording.
But we did, as you'll know, since you're
Yes.
already a few minutes into this episode, record our new intro.
We did.
Not anything that different, just updated, new and improved for 2021. And together, because when we recorded the first one, it was deep in quarantine times.
Truly deep.
And before we had any idea how to actually record this podcast. So
yes.
So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed our new intro. But,
yes.
Yeah, so lots of new things, lots of fun things, but yeah.
Lots of new and lots of fun. Should we dig in?
Oh yeah.
So, we're choosing violence to start this podcast because not that we chose violence, but The Bachelor, Bachelor Nation, ABC continues to choose violence.
Oh,
also, oh my God, wow. So Meg and I talked about right before we started this, what we would talk about, and we were nothing's happened. But now that we're talking about The Bachelor, I'm remembering something that I watched last night on TikTok that I'm going to bring up after we bring up this Bachelor thing.
Okay.
There you go. Amazing. So first, the first Bachelor thing that we were actually going to talk about is to kick off Black History Month, I mean, in the only way that the
only way
listeners,
possible.
The listeners and learners knew how. So if you're watching The Bachelor, which I'm not, but anymore, but Meg is, and I like watch clips. Chelsea Vaughn, who I actually see all the time on TikTok.
Yeah. She's beautiful.
She's stunning. She's the Black woman on the show, and she has a shaved head. So you probably have seen her, you know? They put her in a lot of promos because, you know, diversity. So, and they're like, oh my God, like a Black woman with a shaved head. That's like, we must put her everywhere. So basically what happened is that, you know, Meg has informed me that Miss Caitlin Bristowe of Dancing with the Stars fame and also Bachelorette fame, live tweets the Bachelor episode every week.
Yes.
And as we mentioned earlier in our podcast, you know, many moons ago, Meg, what's the song?
Maybe I drink a little more wine than I should.
Yeah, and she definitely drank a lot more wine than she should.
Yeah.
Because Miss Chelsea Vaughn was speaking on Matt James's episode about her experience being a Black woman and kind of the struggles and the stress that it is, that like the connection that we have with our hair. And like, as you know, a Black woman, I feel this to such a strong extent. And like, I actually don't really think people understand it, which is of course why she was talking about it. And I really don't think people understand it because Miss Caitlin Bristowe, the reason that we're here today is because Caitlin went on her Instagram and basically compared her own personal hair struggles to that of Miss Chelsea Vaughn. And then people gave her shit about it, of course, because like Meg even knows, like, just for context, everyone, like, there's absolutely no getting up, waking up, and like going there. Like, if I'm planning on doing my hair, let's say I need to go somewhere, you know, like right now my hair is in a bun. If you're watching on YouTube. Tomorrow I'm going to like need to do it. So like, that's going to take a whole process. So tonight I'll wash it and then I'll sit with the hair mask in my hair for an hour. Then I'll go back in the shower and wash the hair mask out. And then I'll blow dry my hair for an hour. And then tomorrow morning I'll wake up 2 hours early to straighten my hair. So like, that's what, a 5-hour process that we've already just documented. So like, that's even just like a tiny bit of, you know, glimpse. And also like, that's because I'm straightening it. Let's say I wanted to wear it curly, then I have to brush through all of it and braid it and do like all these things. And then in the morning I have to take it out and diffuse it. It's just like a fucking process. And also it's just, we're scrutinized. The Crown Act, which is an act that basically talks about how women in the workplace, people in the workplace can't be discriminated against on their hair, was created 2, 3, 4 years ago. It was not acceptable for me to be wearing braids, twists 2, 3 years ago. Like, it's 2020s. Like, come on.
It's nuts.
It's crazy. So like, whatever. All of that background to say that Miss Bristowe, who as we know is a white woman, said that. And so, like I said, people gave her shit. And then as a rebuttal, she chose to put on her Instagram a video of her watching the history of Black hair and apologizing for it.
She told her audience that she was, quote, humiliated that she didn't listen to Chelsea's full story.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month. This description: on January 28th, the reality star realized the error of her ways following backlash.
I mean, I honestly, like, this whole conversation about Caitlin is really just like a precursor to like what Meg and I and like we talk about all the time, is just like, I say the listeners and the learners because like, I mean, I have had the great pleasure of being friends with people, white women, Meg, who like actually are trying to make a difference and actively like are trying to educate themselves and understand what's going on and like whatever. But like, I guarantee everyone who gave a fuck in June and then like posted an infographic for Juneteenth is going to rear their heads this month for 28 days, and then we won't see them again, which is what happens. And it's like, it constantly happens with the Bachelor franchise. It happens with so many other things. I'm like, just why? Why do you feel the need to speak, Caitlin? Anyone? Why? Just stay. Have you not learned? I thought that's what you were doing. I thought that's why you posted a black square and muted yourself for a week.
Oh yeah. Never forget that one.
Like, what were you doing? I'm confused.
I can't deal with it. And it's just, like, I have now done so much research into what that looked like for many centuries, as in Black culture and beauty standards. Shame on me for contributing to making a profit off of a Black woman's struggle.
That's the gag. She was promoting a hair vitamin.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It was SponCon. It was SponCon.
Yeah, like that's actually the gag. Like the gag is that she did that in general, but the real gag is that she did it to promote a fucking hair vitamin. I don't know which one it is, but like think along the lines of Sugar Bear hair. Probably Sugar Bear hair. Yeah, I mean, it's really just wild. And like, I mean, celebrities, it just reiterates the fact that celebrities don't know what the fuck is going on.
Literally. And it's like, following the apology, Chelsea took to her Instagram story to write, "I will always appreciate anyone who's willing to openly listen, learn, and take responsibility for their actions. At Caitlin Bristow, thank you for your personal and public apology." But it's like,
it's just exhausting.
She had to do that. She's, she's on reality TV. Like,
no, yeah, and it's just exhausting. Like, even myself personally, like I have been grappling and trying to understand like how I want to show up for like my own community this month, because like, it's important to me. But like, actually, like, I feel exhausted. Like, I really am like at a point where I'm like, I'm going to continuously like post about, things that matter to me, which inherently are, things that matter to my Blackness. But like, honest to God, like, I just need people to be better, because like I can't continuously do it for them. It's like, I really actually wonder how people are going to show up this month, and like, not only this month, but like next month, this year. Like, it's just, I'm already overwhelmed. Like, I've already gotten emails in my inbox from brands being like, "This is how we're going to celebrate Black History Month." And I'm like, so you waited until February 1st to support Black people?
Oh, what were you? Did you see what I sent you and Vera before?
Yeah.
I got a notification from my Apple Watch that said, hang on, I want to read this whole thing because it is so ridiculous. It's called the Unity Challenge.
Not the Unity Challenge.
Let's celebrate Black history this month and keep the momentum going all year long. To start, earn this Unity Award by closing your move ring 7 days in a row during February.
Like, that is so fucking stupid.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And I'm like, literally donate money. Like, I don't know, donate money, read a book. Like, do you know a Black person? Meet one.
Open your purse.
Like, not open your purse.
We really were. That was really our slogan of this podcast for so long. But yeah, I mean, yeah. I know you're not watching the show, but there's like a ton of fucking bullshit going on, like people being bullies, and like it's really like icky. But I follow this account called Bachelor Data, and it talks about like how many followers the girls gain week over week, how many followers Matt gains. Like screen time and stuff like that. Which I think is like, if people are watching the show and are interested in that kind of thing, like, they do like white contestants versus, people of color. And obviously, it skews more to people of color this season because Matt's the lead. Like, they can't not show him on screen. But it is, I mean, it's just been like,
not that.
Yeah, it's but it's I mean, it's kind of interesting to look at, to see like obviously who people are following. But there was also something interesting that like I saw, because there's this girl Katie, who's a white woman, who is great. She's kind of like tough. She's the one who brought the vibrator week 1.
Oh yeah, I did watch week 1.
Her whole like narrative has kind of shifted. Now she's kind of like
a freedom fighter,
the cool girl. No, but not really even a freedom fighter, just like the cool girl, because like these girls are getting bullied. But actually, quite literally, it's like white girls bullying some of the women of color. So everybody obviously was celebrating Katie because she's been like standing up for people, and she like told Matt, like, she's like, this is like horrible. And like there was a girl who accused another girl of being a prostitute, and like on the show, and basically like the other girl had to be like, I am not, but also like why would like why would you out me on national
Right.
television, first of all, if I was,
yeah,
and second of all, even if she isn't, like, she could lose her, like her job could find out, or like whatever, like about these rumors, whatever. But also like there was a narrative that was along the lines of like, oh, but like everyone is praising this girl Katie now for being great,
right,
and like good, but also that's like such like a white savior narrative
exactly
at the end of the day. So it's like no matter what, this show just like cannot do it right. They really can't.
No, and like what I was gonna bring up, like, so like obviously there's there's much that will probably be said this month as we record this podcast about Black History Month, but like on the whole entire just like Bachelor franchise, so you know Dylan Barber.
Oh yes.
Did you see this?
I figured this is what you were gonna say.
Okay, so people that maybe don't know, Dylan Barber was on Hannah's season. Why did I think he's on Becca's? I don't know. He's on Hannah's season. But then now he's with that girl with the big eyes. What's her name?
Hannah G. The other
Hannah G. Yeah, Hannah G. And they met on Bachelor in Paradise. Whatever. That's the story. He's like came into Bachelor in Paradise being obsessed with Hannah G. And they're together still, and they're gonna get married apparently. Yeah. Also, I think he may be low key conservative. Yes. I don't know. It's bad. It's bad.
He's very online, like on Twitter. He like founded this company. It's very much like a like 2020 kind of company, like app. I think it's called like Visor or
yeah.
And it like, I mean, it's like about like donating meals to families in need. So like good. And it's like, I think you could like do activities. I don't know, whatever. But that's like his whole story. And yes, he has been known to be very conservative on Twitter.
Not that, but the reason I bring his name up, I even utter his name on this podcast, is because last night I was scrolling, and I'm usually not on Bachelor TikTok, but I was in this respect because this one girl apparently was like tweeting with Dylan, and Dylan basically tweeted like cancel the Bachelor, like fuck ABC basically, and like they're saying all this to be like, oh, do you think that someone got like a bad edit on your season? And he was like, Jed. And then the girl was like, so you're saying that Jed didn't cheat on Hannah? And he's like, yes. That's all I got. I didn't get farther because I was like, I'm tired and I want to watch funny shit. But I did see
that. I think the tea on this is that girl Heather, who was on Colton's season with Hannah, she was the girl like never been kissed.
Oh yeah.
And she's about to show up on Matt's season. Like,
oh my God, yes.
I'm guessing I'll watch that her and Matt, I think it might be tonight, I'm not sure. I'm guessing her and Matt hooked up like in between this time, once Hannah and Tyler started becoming friends again, whatever.
Right.
And I really do, apparently like her appearance is very brief, but people
really?
People were saying that because they already brought in the new girls last week, and I was kind of expecting her to be there with them since she was kind of shown.
Yeah, why did they do that?
Just to fuck with Matt, I think. I don't know.
Not Casa Amor.
Chris Harrison was like, we had so many women like, submitting themselves since they knew you were the Bachelor. It was so funny because he said that and Matt was like, yeah, and like he just assumed that.
Not James.
But basically they're thinking that Dylan's saying this because maybe like the producers didn't treat Heather properly. But I mean, he said that shit about Jed before. He was friends with Jed. He said that shit about Jed before. But there are like articles coming out now where Jed is saying that he was like completely manipulated and misrepresented by the producers. But like not this. This is ancient
from a white man.
Now. Like Hannah Brown has been canceled since then. So like, why we don't care about you anymore, Jed? Nobody cares. Nobody.
I don't care about you, Dylan. I mean, I'm talking about you right now, but that's because TikTok has made me. But so like that was a lot to say about The Bachelor. I actually did not think we talked about The Bachelor that long.
Yeah, me neither.
But just mess. Always finds its way into my life when I reject it. But I'm literally not even watching it, and I know it all.
Yeah, no, it's very transparent at the end of the day. Like if you are even a bit online looking up stuff about The Bachelor, you can figure out like all the bullshit that's going on, basically.
Yeah.
So just I mean, this franchise is cursed. Let's be real.
It's so cursed. Okay, well, to segue away from it, number 4.
Number 4. We haven't done this in quite a while, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we did like an entire segment about WandaVision last week, but
yes,
that's kind of an exception. But like we thought we'd do a little bit of a what we're watching.
yes,
which is like, now I can't remember what we were going to talk about.
I can start because
go ahead.
So as we all know, I do this thing where I watch these shows and then I text Meg and I'm like, should I watch this? And then she's like, I don't know. And then I do it and then it ends up being great. Exhibit 1, Julie and the Phantoms, which like I will literally die on the hill that that's one of the best shows on Netflix. And if Netflix doesn't literally like give us a season 2, I'm canceling my subscription. Put it on record. I'm done.
Okay.
Bye, Netflix.
Bye.
And quiet. Ain't no back talk is how I feel about that. So I watched Julie and the Phantoms, and then I also, I mean, like we talked about this a little bit, but basically the Winx Club, I don't know if anyone's familiar, but it's kind of like Sailor Moon-esque, except for like they're fairies, which is great. We love it. And I used to watch it as a kid. And like the reason I love Sailor Moon, but I loved the Winx Club because like obviously they all had their separate powers, which is very fun. But then also they each had their own love stories, which in Sailor Moon did not happen, which was disrespectful to everyone. But like it was great, you know, so cute, so fun. But the thing that everyone loved about the actual Winx Club is that like they had such fucking cute ass outfits, and they were always changing their outfits, and they were bright and colorful, and it was just like fun, right?
Yeah.
So we hear through the grapevine of, you know, like the internet back in the day, like months ago, that they were doing like a Winx on Netflix, which kind of came out of the blue to me. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Then Netflix is doing with old shows, they really want to like create a dark spin to it, which is kind of like upsetting a lot of people. Like for example, with Avatar: The Last Airbender, I don't know if you guys know this, but they're doing a new Avatar: The Last Airbender series, but like the original creators actually like bowed out because Netflix is trying to make it all dark and sassy, and like basically like all the creators are like, no,
not making so Avatar sexy.
So they were like, bye. So that's exactly what they did with the Winx Club, and they called it Fate, the Winx Saga. But then as we like learned more about Fate, the Winx Saga, people were extremely upset because they changed it. So like number 1, like they basically like whitewashed some characters. So like Musa, for example, is supposed to be of Asian descent. She's not in this new show. And then like Flora is supposed to be, well, first of all, this is a side note, but for the whole entire time I watched the Winx Club, I thought Flora was a light-skinned Black woman. But I've learned that Flora is indeed Latina. So Flora was supposed to be Latina, but then like she's not. Flora's like not even in this new show. It's like this girl named Tara, and it's Flora's cousin, but I'm like, this girl's white, so I'm confused. Whatever. So they like whitewashed some characters, and then they also like got rid of like a lot of the other boy characters. So like all the girls didn't have like the same love interests, whatever. And then they made it like suit, and also like Bloom and Stella, if you've seen the show, you get it, are supposed to be like literal best friends, but they kind of make Stella like evil in this new show. It's just like, not evil, but mean. Whatever. So they make a lot of changes. So I was going into it, and like, of course, the discourse on TikTok was like, fuck this. Like, everyone is being like, here's like the outfits I would do, whatever. So I text Meg because I was in need of a show, because as I told you all before, like when I'm doing my hair, I need something to watch because it's a 10-hour process. So I was like, Meg, should I watch like Winx the Fate the Saga? And she was like, oh, I don't know. But of course I did. I watched it.
Encouraged you to watch it.
But I did, and I watched it all in one day, and I gave that whole entire 10-minute lead up that I just gave to say that I actually really liked it.
No, you did really like it.
And I think the reason I liked it is because at first I was like, they're making something different, like too different, but in reality it was like really different, which was like actually very good. Like I hated Bloom, like I like the character that plays her, or the girl who plays her. She was also in Sabrina, but the Bloom character they created on this new show was terrible. Honestly, a lot of the characters I didn't like them, but I liked the story, and I liked the ending. Like the ending, I literally gasped audibly. I was like, oh fuck. And like season 2, I feel like is going to be very good, and I think they'll try to like incorporate some other shit. But basically, they shouldn't have actually called it the Winx. They just like, the only things that were recycled were like some of the names and like some of the powers, but like literally that was it. So like I was like, they should have just created a fairy show and just like called it a new fairy show.
Right, but nobody can create anything original anymore.
I know, and I think they probably did that because they wanted people to watch it, so they like had to say it was the Winx.
Carryover fans, right.
Me, literally me. But I honestly like I would have watched a fairy show regardless.
Oh yeah, especially because it was like at the top of Netflix.
And also, like, I have a hot take. Like, I know that, like, I'm kind of like into them making these things like dark and adult. I'm kind of into it. I know
everybody on the planet was obsessed with Riverdale when it first came out. Let's be real. Riverdale like started this whole thing.
And also, like, I'm low-key I'm gonna fucking love the Avatar Dark remake. I already know.
Oh, you know you're gonna watch it.
I loved, and also, like, not only I loved the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina when I also feel like the world hated it, but like I loved it.
No, people liked it. I signed a petition to save it.
Even oh my god!
Chelsea texted it to me and she was like, petition, and I was like, I'll sign this for you, even though I didn't watch it.
I mean, I told you that's what happened with the 100, and then I signed it and it came back and I stopped watching it. But like I was happy I was part of that movement.
You was not watching it then.
It got kind of weird, but at the time I was really into it. I was
being
like,
a part of something special makes you special.
Save the 100. I was like so upset. I remember that I went on it. I don't go on many dates, y'all, but like when I first moved to New York, I was like, yes, like I'm young and fun. I'm gonna go on a date. And so I went on a date with this guy, and like he was fucking obsessed with the 100, and like that was what we bonded over, that we had both signed the petition.
Remember when I revealed to you that those two main characters were married?
That honestly, I should watch it just for that.
Like Morgan and Eliza.
He's hot, that guy.
Eliza Morgan and Bob Morley.
Bellamy.
I remember I was on Twitter one night and I was just like scrolling, like late. And I was just scrolling and I started seeing like, oh my God, like their names trending. And I never watched the 100. And it was like, they surprise got married. And I was like, nobody. And then I was like down. And then I went on Tumblr and I was like, oh my God.
Yes, Tumblr.
Nobody knew that they were dating.
That wasn't covered to me this weekend, everyone.
What?
Meg is like a secret Tumble queen. Like literally. Like not a deep cut. Meg's deep cutting us right now.
I'm not. I just like have the app on my phone, so I go on. Like if Twitter doesn't give me enough information, Tumblr is always more niche. So
yeah, I mean, like Tumblr just makes me feel like hello darkness, my old friend.
Oh, it's seriously emo
like
on there.
It's like Could I say something so embarrassing? I shouldn't say it.
Okay, so then don't tell me after. Tell me after.
No, it's kind of funny. I'll say it. It's not. It's embarrassing just because like I don't know who the fuck I thought I was. So like, so I you know how people like made anonymous blogs.
Yeah.
Like, so like I don't know. So I basically like had my like regular Tumblr that was like Peace Love Giselle that like had like all the shit I liked, and then I was like, I want to do something like super emo, but like I'm not a failure. You know what I mean? So like, how do I create an emo blog talking about the hardships of being like a success? Even though I'm not a success, but like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I created a blog called like The Secret Diary of a High School Success or some shit like that. And I was like talking about how it's so stressful to have the expectations of being perfect.
Did you have followers?
I did. I think I deleted it though, because I was like, this is so embarrassing. Also, like, this is me being like, I was trying to convey the message that like sometimes the pressure to be perfect is like extremely hard and stressful. But now that I'm thinking back at it, like it's like not as cool.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Not me being embarrassing.
You're not embarrassing. It's fine. We all did silly things when we were kids. We were teens. But also teens. Like I would like to read that blog.
Loki, I'm like
I want to know what it was like to be a high school success because I wasn't one.
But like the thing is, like I really like wasn't. Like I just went to like a regular ass university and shit. Like I don't know what I was thinking.
You were thinking that you're iconic.
I mean, hey,
it's major fire sign energy, baby.
Yeah, like truly an Aries. Moles. Like people don't judge me. I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm now
judge you.
I'm still a mess, so don't even worry. But okay, so all of that spawning off of the Winx Club. We also watched The Wilds.
We did watch The Wilds,
which was something that like
The Wilds.
Yeah, I mean, Meg is really a wild stan, and like the thing is, I think I was just like, I think I went into it with the
labeling me as a wild stan.
Tell me the lie, Megan.
I said I liked it. I enjoyed it.
No, bitch, you would stick up for it. You're a stan.
Well, because you and Vera thought that it was some sort of prestige-y TV thing. It's not. It's trash, but it's good trash.
Okay, no, totally. I mean, like, just went into it with like the reality because like everyone kept like raving about the fucking Wilds, and I was like, oh shit, like we're gonna get some like intense, like this is gonna be like Lost and Flight 29 Down, but like intense and like thoughtful, thought-provoking.
Flight 29 Down.
Corbin Blue, Hive, stand up.
Never forget.
So I went into it being like, oh, and then like the first episode when they were singing, so raise your glass if you are wrong in all the right ways. Around this girl's grave, I was like, oh.
She liked Pink.
I no, totally, but I was like, what the fuck am I watching? But I finished it, and like I watched it all, so like obviously I liked it enough, but like I definitely went into it thinking it was going to be a prestige HBO show, and I was like, psych, you're watching Amazon Prime.
Yeah. The quality was like, it was,
the acting was subpar.
There's gonna be a season 2 though. It's very like
literally very not the Wilds getting a season 2, but Julie and the Phantoms being silent.
Oh my god, it was fully trending like 90,000 tweets the other day.
Like, put respect on Kenny Ortega's name.
I mean, have people not?
I feel like Netflix is not.
Yeah. Come on, Netflix. Let's go.
Like, how dare they give us a Teen Beach Movie 2 and not even just immediately greenlight Julie and the Phantoms 2? I'm just shaken.
Do you remember how sad the ending of Teen Beach Movie 2 was?
No, I
they
literally
like
don't even...
forgot each other.
Oh fuck, Meg, truly, like, you know things I hate. I hate prequels, and like I hate absolutely nothing more than when shows do that, when they forget each other, or like this kept happening. In not me outing myself again. What this kept happening with Quantico. Not me watching the Priyanka Chopra Jonas show. And every season at the end of it, like there would be some reason that they like forget each other or something like that. It was like so fucking annoying, and then we would have to like start. I hate it. I hate when we have already built a rapport and then like the show makes you do it all over again. Like, truly nothing I hate more than like Amnesia. I hate Amnesia.
Yeah, Amnesia is the worst. They did that on Dynasty, the new version. I don't like watch it religiously, but I watched clips and I was like, this is annoying. Like, I couldn't get through this.
That's thing. Like that the TikToks that are like, what's one TV show or movie trope that like you could like live without?
Yeah.
Amnesia.
It's that.
It's literally Amnesia.
It's absolutely that.
Yeah, are we watching anything?
I don't know. I'm watching Search Party on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Great.
You were trying to tell me about what that is.
It's just like this girl goes missing, and this group of millennial friends who live in Brooklyn like decide to, or this one girl drags her friend into this like escapade of like looking for her, and it's also,
I love that word.
It's very like escapade. And yeah, it's just silly and fun. It's like
we watched Euphoria season 1 and 2, parts 1 and 2.
Oh yes, that was good. They were good. They were intense. That was like a very heavy afternoon. Yeah, they were good. I felt like they were chaotic, as Euphoria is always chaotic, but in a sense they felt less chaotic because each one just focused, like the first one just focused on Rue and the second one just focused on Jules. And in normal Euphoria episodes, we're getting just every character every other second. It's like zooming in on like, you know.
Yeah, I think almost like I liked both of them, but I do think I liked Jules more. I think a lot of people did because there was just like more going on. But Hunter Schafer actually helped to write that episode, which is like really cool.
I saw, and also
she's great. She's a great actress. Oh my god! And
I also just think like she, you know, like the first season, like Rue is the main character, and like Jules, just like we didn't really get her perspective. So it was really nice to see things from her perspective. I'm really excited for that next season. That'll be good.
Me too.
I can't think of anything else right now. I'm sure we're watching so many other things, but
we're watching a lot. But I think the main, you know, important ones: Winx Club, important. Fucking wild. It's important. Okay. Should we move on to?
Yes, number 3.
Yes.
This is a story that kind of started back in like June of quarantine, I think. June of 2020. And it's about Vanessa Morgan.
Yeah,
Who plays Tony on Riverdale.
Yes. Also, like, My Babysitter's a Vampire fame.
Oh, true. Forgot about that.
She's
like, cut. I think she's like 24, 25.
Wait, I thought she was like 30.
I don't think so. Maybe her husband's 24.
I think her husband's young. Let me check. You keep
Maybe it's her husband. Yeah, he's 24.
We don't, but like that's actually why we brought she's 28. That's actually why we brought this to your attention, because is he your husband?
He is still, I think, technically legally her husband right now. They got married like in January of last year, I believe. Like they did like a tropical thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And this seemed very fast. He's this baseball player. He plays his name's Michael Kopech, and he plays for the White Sox. And this felt very random to me, even them like getting engaged, and then they got married like so soon after.
It was super fast.
It was super quick. I feel like there were rumors she was dating Skeet Ulrich, like dad. Remember? Do you remember those rumors?
I remember that she, like, at a time she was like always at his house. Yes. Like they were always in Instagram photos
and then
together.
All of a sudden she's engaged to this baseball player. So then they get married.
That man being kind of hot though.
No, he is kind of hot.
Okay. Cool.
He's he's got these locks. He's got these luscious golden.
He's in my roommate Shelby's one of her favorite movies, Scream.
Oh,
he's in Scream, and I watched.
Oh, you're talking about Skeet Ulrich.
Is that what we're saying?
No, I'm talking about her husband.
Not me talking about.
That's why I was saying he has the long golden locks.
Whoopsies.
Basically, but no, Skeet Ulrich is also when he was young, when he was in Scream.
Yeah.
Hot. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Well, I'm not disagreeing. We were just.
Okay, I was like, not me once again.
Diverging by accident. Yeah. But yeah, and then all of a sudden, like 5 months later, I think it was May, all of a sudden it announces like he's filing for divorce. And everyone was weird.
After they announced the pregnancy.
Was it after or right before?
It was like truly the stories had coincided. Like they happened in like the same week.
In a week of each other.
I think it was that they. You're right.
He filed for divorce in June, a month before she revealed her pregnancy, and they were married last January. But like I was telling you, so then of course she's pregnant. I think she had a boy or whatever. And she's been like just posting, like she posted her pregnancy announcement like solo, like he wasn't mentioned or in any of the photos. But then the other night, I told you this, what I saw, there was this like meme that she shared about like pregnant women like making their husbands do stuff for them, like even though like it's right in front of them or whatever.
Yeah.
And she like posted a story and she was like, LOL, this was me with Michael last night, like asking for the remote when it was 3 inches from me or whatever. And I was like, okay, so are they back together? Like, what's going on? And there hasn't been like any like sort of like proceedings. Like all these articles say like amid divorce proceedings, but like has anything actually happened? Like I don't think so.
Yeah, no, it's very odd, their situation. And I'm like, it's just funny because like Vanessa Morgan is not even that famous to me. You know what I mean? Like I guess the Riverdale stands like her a lot, but also I heard that they wrote it into the show. So.
Yes, that was my next thing. So because Riverdale is like, I think this week is their last high school episode, and then they're doing like a 7-year time jump. So in the 7 years,
who's still watching Riverdale? Actually, honest to God, if you're listening to this podcast and you watch Riverdale, like I know that we always have a call, like we try to have calls to action, but this is the most serious call to action I've ever put forth. If you watch Riverdale, please message me. I need to know, and I need to know why you still do. Not that it's a bad thing. I just want to know. Should I? I don't know. If it'd be.
I was kind of thinking of like watching it when they do the time jump.
The last season I watched was the one where they did it was like the cult shit, and like Betty's mom was in a cult, and then like they threw the babies onto the fire and they levitated. that's the last season I watched. And I think that was like two ago.
Yeah. I mean, like going off of our game that we played a couple weeks ago where we were like, how many Instagram followers does this person have? How many Instagram followers do you think Vanessa Morgan has?
2.5 million. Nah, no.
Higher.
6?
Higher.
8?
Higher.
10?
9.4 million. And Mahershala Ali doesn't even have 1 million, Giselle.
Not Issa Rae, like only having like 3.
It's tragic. It's so tragic that these Riverdale kids have so many kids. I call them. They're older than me. Have so many followers on Instagram. But anyway, I mean, that's just a weird situation. Like, we shall see what happens. I don't necessarily care that much. It's just like an interesting story that happens.
No, yeah, it's definitely wild. I mean, like we'll stay tuned, but like the whole Riverdale. I'm like, how is Sabrina getting canceled when Riverdale has thousands of seasons? I'm just trying to understand.
Well, I mean, I think it's just like streaming versus the CW.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the thing is, like, I need to actually, like, be kind to the CW. Like, I need to, like, actually keep all of my feelings inside and, like, not even curse them because, you know, if they cancel Legends of Tomorrow. I, like, don't think I can recover from that. So, like, I need to, like, just, like, bow down to the CW and like allow them to do their shenanigans because like I need Legends of Tomorrow to continue to be on the air. Like okay. that would actually be extremely devastating to me. So like, yes, Riverdale, you guys, we all watch it. Of course we do.
There's that TikTok I've been seeing go around Riverdale where they're like they formed a band apparently in these recent seasons and they're singing like each other's names. They're like Tarani and Archie and Betty and Jughead.
It's Riverdale's so chaotic. And then the thing about Riverdale is like, do you remember when they made, I don't know if you watched it then, they made Josie and they made Josie and Archie date. And then
that was like season 1.
Like season, no. It was early.
No. He dated one of the other Pussycats, Melody, in season 1, and then he dated Josie, right? But
then they wrote the only black character out of the show. They wrote Josie out of the show because they were trying to give her this other show, but it wasn't actually her show. It was a Lucy Hale show, Katie Keene. So then they wrote her into Katie Keene that was existing in the same world as Riverdale, and then Katie Keene got canceled. So Riverdale literally wrote out their like one dark-skinned black character.
I mean, they should bring her back for when they're adults.
Chaos. And I'm like, not writing her out to give her her own show, but in reality, it wasn't actually her show. It was Lucy Hale's show. We all know Lucy Hale is cursed.
She really is. She cannot keep a check. Since Pretty Little Liars, she
literally cannot. How many pilots are we going to give Lucy Hale? How many?
I saw her in the airport once.
Probably trying to negotiate a new check.
From New York to LA. Anyway, yes, chaos. Riverdale is chaos. I'm genuinely thinking about picking it up again though with this time jump and just
I could watch the time jump. Maybe let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. But anyway, into number 2, which is another chaotic as fuck couple. I mean, I sent you an Instagram, or you sent me an Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the hell? Like, what is this? Which is Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
Yeah, I mean, the thing here is many things. Number 1, I have questions actually. Number 1 question, why Machine Gun Kelly? I actually don't get the appeal. I mean, I get that he like falls into this very much like skinny white man thing that everyone's obsessed with, but like I think Machine Gun Kelly is like not the skinny white man we should be like rallying behind, you know?
Yeah.
And like the thing about Megan Fox, of the other half of this couple, is like I very much fall on the like justice for Megan Fox train. Like I feel as though like the media totally like made her this like sex symbol that like maybe, you know, she like obviously like leaned into, maybe because she wanted to, but I don't think she did. I think her management definitely did. And like I think that the media like tore her apart and it was very sad. And then like now she's just like, you know, trying to probably relive her youth by dating Machine Gun Kelly.
I mean, she has 3
kids, no?
3 kids and like technically a step kid, I think, as well.
No, totally. And I was like, of course.
Not that she's with Brian Austin Green anymore, but.
but I was of course, my favorite pastime is reading Wikipedia. So I was reading her Wikipedia page after I'd watched Jennifer's Body recently for my friend.
She's 34.
No, girl. And like her relationship with that Brian man was fucking like tumultuous. They like broke up, got back together. For, like,
ever since I think she was honestly probably like a teenager when they met.
I think like the Wikipedia page said like 18 or 19, and they were engaged. They like broke the engagement. They got back together. They had like 3 kids. Chaotic as fuck. So I think like
for 10 years. That's nuts. Imagine being married for 10 years when you're 34.
Wild. And like so yeah, like I do feel justice for Megan Fox, and like I but the Machine Gun Kelly of it all. And the reason we're bringing this up is because like Machine Gun Kelly somehow performed on SNL this week.
Like the chaos of the SNL headliners this week. Host John Krasinski, musical guest Machine Gun Kelly.
What? And then there were articles being like, the reason Emily Blunt wasn't in New York. I'm like, who cares? He's doing a job.
It's a fucking Ponderosa, ladies and gentlemen.
They also have kids to take care of.
Hi.
And like, so I sent Meg, like, I think it came up on my, like, not me calling it a For You page, my Explore page on Instagram. And it's this video of Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox maskless.
Yeah.
Like, and he's carrying her into the SNL offices, shooting location, 30 Rock.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? Like, we're, once again, as you said, we're in a pond to replay. So like, where's your fucking mask? Also, like, how old are we? What are we doing?
How old is he?
I think he's like, he has a kid. He has like an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah, his daughter is like, he's 30. I mean, like, her post was like 3 photos of them, like you said, like maskless, him carrying her, and the caption is SNL week, best performance that show has ever seen.
It's just like, I mean, it's really just this thing of this girl trying to relive her youth and like actually have a youth, which I'm like, you do what you want, Megan Fox, like I'm on your team, but like I just don't get the allure of Machine Gun Kelly. I also don't get what his genre is. Is he rock? Is he hip hop? I thought he was cosplaying as a rapper for a while, but I think he decided that he's not doing that anymore, and he's now trying to be a rock star. I like don't actually get it. I don't really get it.
Ugh, just these posts, like, I think we talked about this when Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green did split up, like when we talked about this last, and like August 5th, 2020. Caption, achingly beautiful boy, my heart is yours.
Oh no.
I hate it. Also, like, I feel like all she does is like support his career now. I just like want her to like do, like have a career.
I want her to have a revival. I'm ready. I'm ready.
She was great. Like, I watched like all of New Girl in the upon the replay.
Oh my god, I forgot she was
like
New Girl.
She did a whole stint on New Girl, and she was actually like decent. Like I didn't like her because like her character, because I wanted Nick and Jess to be together, but like she was funny while she was there.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just justice
also,
for.
Ask me how many followers Megan Fox has on Instagram, or tell me. Guess how many?
Her, I don't know, because I think she's like of our generation, but no, I don't know. 6?
10.1. Only like 600,000 more followers than Vanessa Morgan from Riverdale.
I'm also like,
Megan Fox is in Transformers.
But who's following Megan Fox though?
Not me.
Not me either.
I'm not following her.
Who's her demographic?
She doesn't post.
Men?
I mean, like men, I think, probably, yeah.
Maybe we should follow her. Maybe she needs more badass women following her.
You know what? Now I'm looking. A lot of the people who follow her that I follow are women. So
Megan Fox, I'm giving you a follow today.
Karen Gillan follows her.
Yeah, I'm looking here. Oh, I'm looking here on my who's following her, and I'm seeing some people that I respect. So
okay, good.
Today on the podcast,
follow
Megan Fox. Gotta follow. Watch her say something problematic like tomorrow.
I'll follow her from the podcast.
But this is a follow for Megan Fox, not Megan Fox's relationship with Machine Gun Kelly. I need to make that clear.
I just want her to feel like empowered to do.
Oh my god, she took off the comments on her post with Machine Gun Kelly. Did she do something? Oh no. Maybe I should. Oh wait, I'll hold out.
So.
I'll hold out. She got rid of all of her comments, so maybe people are saying
I think
bad
yeah,
things.
she probably just doesn't have comments.
Okay, well, right now she has a follow. I'm going to do some more research, and next week I'll update you if I still follow her.
Okay. I love this. I love this journey.
Okay, so moving away from Megan Fox into our number one, which is extremely chaotic, and that is Halsey's pregnant. Truly, Meg, like, I mean, I will believe anything in the year 2021. But I, honest to God, never, I was not thinking this. First of all, I thought she was still dating Evan Peters, which people have quickly told me that's false.
They literally broke up. Like, I also was kind of like, she was just dating him, but apparently they broke up like a year ago. Which, like, I had no clue it was that. I feel like I was like, I just.
I mean, the thing, Halsey, is like, I maybe there's some Halsey stands that listen. Please don't attack me, but I think she believes she's maybe a smidgen more talented than she is.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that I mean, we know this to be true on that one award show. And she basically, like, I mean, the Grammys can be rigged, whatever. The Grammys stupid sometimes. But she went on, like, the fucking VMAs and, like, was like, fuck the Grammys for not nominating my album. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
But who listened to it, Halsey? Who?
I know, like, at least people listen to the Weeknd's album, apparently. So,
and we said that. We had, like, we didn't listen, but we know people
stream
did.
it. Yeah.
I'm like, who listened to Halsey's album more than the singles? Who can tell me 5 Halsey B tracks? Go. Not me.
Yeah, no, I was trying to.
And I'm me, like, being like, I'm not a Halsey hater. I sound like one. I'm not. I'm just saying that, like, I feel as though she got a little bit bored during quarantine and was like, music, maybe it's not panning out in the way I wanted it to, so let's have a child. She not only does she have a child, she has a new makeup line.
Oh.
It's called About Face, I think. I saw people in my, because I work in beauty. I saw people writing about it, and I was like, why aren't people writing about my clients? It's because they're writing about Face.
Halsey. Oh no.
About Face. It suddenly changed
one makeup line.
Also, Priyanka Chopra Jonas releasing a fucking hair care line.
No, Giselle, why would you tell me that?
I know, it's so upsetting. But, like, to me, like, this About Face Halsey thing is literally just Milk makeup, but Halsey. So yeah, and it's with this random man. Olive is the man she's having this baby with.
Yes, Olive. He's Olive Aiden. He's a screenwriter and producer. I think I don't know.
It was like when this happened, like I think Meg sent it to me. Yeah. Meg sent it, and then it was like a back and forth of like what the fuck is going on, and then we went into deep dive mode. Yeah. So then I went to the post, I clicked it, and I saw that this man was tagged on the baby's belly, and I was like, is it the photographer or the dad? It was the dad. And then I like did some more research on him, and apparently they were in an article like a couple months ago. Because I was like, did she just not tell us this? Did we all like not know that she was dating this man, and then all of a sudden there's a baby? Maybe I think they've been seen out, but it was like very low key, I feel. But it was it? I don't know. It's just so weird. I'm like, did she need to have this baby to promote About Face?
LOL. She had like canceled her tour before.
Oh my god, yes.
Before she announced this, but then she wrote on Twitter the other day, and just so we're aware, if it wasn't for COVID, I would have done the tour pregnant. Miss Ashley, Fran Japan. Please. Ashley Nicolette, Fran Japan.
Ashley, sometimes, and let's say Ashley actually really, I mean, obviously Ashley wanted to have this baby because she's having the baby, but I'm, Ashley, you don't need to. Even Cardi B sat down for a while at the height of career to have Little Culture.
Well, I think like apparently she had a miscarriage a couple years ago, which she's talked about like as being like very traumatic for her.
Very sad.
And she also has endometriosis. So
okay, so this is exciting. Oh, that's why she called it the rainbow baby. Okay,
so I think I do think but also
she's been wanting to be a mom.
Brand new boyfriend. I'm just kind of like you're 26. But that's just my opinion. But congratulations to her on that.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's like, congrats to Halsey. As we always talk about, these women who choose to have these babies really young, like obviously they are financially stable, so they can. So like,
exactly.
Let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate.
No, I mean,
let's celebrate women having these babies, regardless of the fact that their boyfriends possibly could be unstable and they just met them.
I mean, let's also celebrate the fact that she's not having G-Eazy's baby.
Oh, girl, let's fucking celebrate that.
We're gonna celebrate that. Also, Evan Peters, if shit's to be believed.
Yeah, agreed.
LOL that both of his exes have had babies in the past month.
I know.
And
damn.
Emma Roberts. Rhodes Robert Headland.
Well, I mean, yeah. Honestly, Meg, this episode took a turn.
It really did. And I mean,
I think we entered it being like, what do we talk about? And then
it was a lot. And I mean, I dare we just add in one more little drop of chaos before we conclude our go nothing for this week, and also some updated news about that situation that just came in right as we started recording. So we're actually doing like a news flash right now.
Oh my God. Okay.
So I don't know if people heard, but there are rumors that Luca Guadagnino, who directed the iconic film Call Me by Your Name, starring Timothée Chalamet and actual cannibal Armie Hammer, are potentially reuniting for a movie about cannibalism, which came this it's a movie adaptation of Bones and All, Camille DeAngelis's 2016 young adult novel about a girl searching for her father and trying to control her desire to eat people. It's also,
you can't make this shit up, can you?
You can't. It's also potentially starring Taylor Russell, who is in Waves.
Yeah.
Which is a movie that we didn't really like.
Escape Room.
Escape Room, but she's great. Which was just like completely laughable. And just basically satire. Like, you cannot make it up, like you said. But Elizabeth Chambers, Armie Hammer's estranged ex-wife, basically commented on the Just Jared Instagram post about this news, saying no words. I mean, the movie is our Go Girl Give Us Nothing. We did not ask for it. I don't think we want it. I mean, I would love to see those three people work together in another capacity, but maybe not. Maybe
yeah,
not
it's
so
just
on the nose.
it's not maybe the time.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, breaking news, Giselle. Elizabeth Chambers has broken her silence.
Oh.
3 hours ago, she posted a photo of the beach, obviously in
of
the
course.
Canyons. For weeks, I've been trying to process everything that has transpired. I am shocked, heartbroken, and devastated. Heartbreak aside, I am listening and learning, and will continue to listen and educate myself on these delicate matters. I didn't realize how much I didn't know. I support any victim of assault or abuse and urge anyone who has experienced this pain to seek the help she or he needs to heal. At this time, I will not be commenting further on this matter. My sole focus and attention will continue to be on our children, on my work, and on healing during this incredibly difficult time. Bird Bakery, thank you for all the love and support, and thank you in advance for your continued kindness, respect, and consideration for our children and me as we find ways to move forward. Heart, EC.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to leave these like PR apologies in 2020, honestly. Did nothing for me.
I mean,
not Elizabeth Chambers. I was giving her the hero edit, but I don't think I can continue.
Why?
I'm just kind of over her.
Oh no, I mean, like, I don't care about her as a person, but like,
yeah,
I think she's trying to distance herself from the narrative, you know?
Yeah, like I think Armie Hammer is absolutely disgusting trash.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Elizabeth Chambers, like maybe there was like a lot of different ways you could have responded, and like saying nothing. Like you said nothing, so just say nothing. You know?
Yeah. No, I
don't know.
Agree.
But there it is, folks.
There it is.
What a week.
What a week.
What an episode.
As always. Please rate, review, subscribe.
Follow us on TikTok.
Follow us on TikTok. We're gonna be making fun ones.
That's it. We're giving you one action item this week. The action item this week is to follow us on TikTok.
Yeah. And we'll actually post stuff.
Yes.
There you go.
Boom.
I mean, that's all in. That's all, folks.
Not us giving energy in this ending being flat as hell. Okay, well, love you, man.
Love you.